StreamYard. Sell through email. Welcome to Biz Dev Live. I'm your host, Cameron Toth, live every day at 11 a.m. If you're tuning in, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, push that like button. We're about to get into it. I'd love to know what your pet peeves are. I'm sure you get several emails, maybe daily, maybe several tens, several hundreds of emails daily, depending on how you're managing your email inbox of sales messages, lots of different things that probably don't make a lot of sense to you. You wouldn't sell that way. What is the proper way to create a sale through email message? We're going to talk about that. I'd love to hear your pet peeves, what drives you crazy. We're going to talk about how to put a message together that really connects with your audience, that really advertises your product or service and gets the job done. Stay with me. We're going to talk about it. I'm looking forward to your feedback, your comments. Don't be shy. Let me know what drives you crazy.
Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz Dev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T. Biz D with C, brought to you by Cameron T.
So I think we all receive these types of emails. Hey, how you doing? Are you the correct point of contact at are you the accounts payable thing? I'd love to see if this product or service would be a good fit for you. My immediate sort of gut response to those emails is no, thank you. No way. Get out of here. Why are you in my inbox? No way, Jose. Get out of here, right? What is the proper way to send a message through? Obviously, or depending on where you are entering this sort of from a mindset thing, it's building that know, like, or trust so that I can set that meeting with you so that we can talk about the product, or in an ideal world, I've created that know, like, and trust so that when I send you the event, the product, the service, you're ready to buy, ready to go. So how do we get there? How do we actually create that? You know, with today's graphic, you can sort of see where I was going with this for the Venn diagram. Sell through email, you got your clients' needs, wants, you got your product service on the other side of the Venn diagram, and you have your sales message in the middle. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are capturing the person's attention by understanding your client's needs, their wants, their desires, what they're actually going to be interested in looking at and reading. And then how does your product or service fit into that? A great sales message is, you know, something, if you know the client needs something in particular. I was just talking to somebody about Dollar Shave Clubs. I'm a customer. They're not sponsoring this, not endorsed or anything, but I actually use the product. I had this kind of crazy, I hated going to the supermarket and buying razors. It's just one of those things. I don't like going and having to find those individual things. But when you have that moment where, oh man, you got to shave and you need it, right? So when Dollar Shave Club came along, the commercial was amazing. So it was on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And it was just funny. It was interesting. So it caught my attention. So that's a big deal. How are you capturing people's attention? You can do that in the emails with graphics, images, photos. And I think that's a great way. Short of that, if you are selling Dollar Shave Club, to me in particular, you know, the email could read something like, hello, Cameron. Do you hate buying razors? Question mark, right? We have a product or service that eliminates that hassle. Boom, I'm in, right? So from the same person, which you want to see the example of the email. I posted it down there. I actually got one of these this morning. And so that inspired today's episode, which is episode 199. Tomorrow, we'll make 200 episodes of BizDev Live. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We have an amazing guest in Alyssa Zonghetti. Really excited to have her on the show for our 200th episode. So please tune in. She's an entrepreneur, a blogger, a connector of people, a corporate event planner. So, my event and hospitality roots will be on full display for the 200th episode. And then we have Tara Lashenko, who's also somebody that's great on the event side and trainer for Friday's 201st episode. But back to today, right? Selling through email, making sure that you are putting messages that really captivate, inspire. I've heard a lot of different things about, the more information you're trying to, capture somebody. Really, if I see an email and you're trying to list out a whole bunch of things, I'm probably going to be more than likely convinced that this isn't something that's a big deal. That's just my personal communication style. Less is more for me. On the flip side of that, if I'm interested, I want to go to a website. I want to go to a place to see the product and really see, and ideally something that's Amazonian in the sense of, is there some customer feedback? Is there some other people that provide social proof that this is a good thing? If you're providing a service, I think a great thing to include in the first 3 lines of text, hey, do you have this problem? We provide this solution, this outcome. Here's references, right? So really getting people to understand really quickly that there's other people that have bought into this, that there's other people that really like this, that have enjoyed this. Simon Sinek talks about in terms of how to provide leadership for folks, they're and getting market saturation, the idea of it's the law of infusion of innovation. And so there's going to be early adopters. And if you can convince the earlier adopters, then the rest of the people will follow along. So sometimes if you don't have that social proof, those pre-existing customers, you're really going after the earliest folks. So if you're first time selling a product through email, maybe your pitch is to that person that is an early adopter. Hey, do you want to be on the cutting edge? Do you want to be first? Now, that's not going to capture everybody. We know from that law of innovation and infusion, right? So in terms of the way that it works, there's a percentage of people that are going to be early adopters, and there's a much larger percentage of people that are going to be sort of main stage early adopters and then late adopters. And then there's people that, just won't move on unless they have to, right? So the idea that you can appeal to those folks so that you can get those early adopters and then get the larger part of your audience. So in terms of your sales, whether it's phone calls, emails, right? Targeting that specific group of, hey, do you want to be first? Right. And that's a great way to start an email out, especially if you know somebody is an early adopter, that's going to appeal to them. Right. So if you're selling a new product or a service, if you got something tried or true, it's going to be easier for you in the first 3 lines of text to point to that social proof. Right. Hey, do you have this challenge? We have this thing that solves that problem. Check out this web page to see all the happy customers. Right. Done. Sold. Right. If I'm in, I'm in. And if I'm out, I'm not your customer anyways, right? So just understand that. Hello, Ramen. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. So hopefully you're getting something out of this. If there's something that drives you crazy with sales messages in your inbox, let me know. If there's something that you have in terms of a great tip or trick that you are utilizing in your sales messages, please let me know. I'm really excited to learn as well as teach here. So one of the things that I think that everybody can do, especially if you have a service that you're providing through these sales messages, is really just show that you have taken an interest, right? You're providing coaching service. You're providing something that is going to level up somebody's business, their personal growth. Take a look at their social profiles online. Do not ask empty questions. What do I mean by empty questions? Perfect example is this email that I received this morning. It said, "Hello, Cameron." So I had my name, but so many programs are, able to target in and bring the name in. That doesn't really tell me that it's personalized. And it tells me even more that it's not personalized when you have generic, empty questions. How are you doing? Da, da, da. Why do you care how I'm doing if I don't know you, right? Even if I know you, asking a question over email and then following it with my sales pitch just tells me, or just tells the reader, that you really don't care how they're doing. So why are you asking that question, right? So let's not have empty conversation. Let's not have chit chat. It's wasted space. It's wasted words. Whereas you can get straight to the point. Hey, do you have this challenge? We have this solution, right? If you're wasting words on, hey, are you the right person to talk to? Why did you send this email to me if you didn't know I was the right one to talk to? So it's just more pointless kind of thing. It's like getting that letter in the mail that says, "To John Doe or current resident," right? They don't care. They just want you to open it. They don't care who it is. It's not personalized at all. It's a great way to get that letter thrown into the trash. It's a great way to get that email deleted, unsubscribed from the list, all that. So make sure that you're really pinpointing what is the challenge that the person may have. Try to make sure that that lines up with who you're sending it to, that it lines up with your list, or you've actually taken the extra step of looking at somebody's profile. Here's the solution. Here's the outcome. And then if you can line up some social proof, a website for somebody to go to see the results that other people have gotten, that is a sale. That is getting you closer to the point. And then making sure, in the signature or in the line, if there's something, there's an action that you want them to take, you want them to buy, you want them to view, you want them to call, that you make that very, very, very clear and you make it very easy. I've received so many emails where it's like, "Hey, contact us," no phone number. So the only way to do anything is to email back. And then, is that your real desire, that they email you back? And what do you want them to email you back? So you want to make sure that it's really easy. So is there a link? Is there a phone number to call? Is there a form to fill out? Make sure that it's really easy. And the CTA, the call to action, is really clear. I hope that's been helpful for you today. So no empty questions. Do target the reader's interests. Point to the outcome, right? So if you're selling a service, you're selling a product, what is the outcome, right? Do you have this challenge? This is how we solve it. Take this step, take this action, check out our customers' reviews. We would love you to purchase. You can do that by clicking this link, right? That is the way to sell online. I'd love you to throw some other scenarios at me or challenges. Maybe you got a business like insurance or financial advising. You don't think that fits into it. Do you have trouble organizing your taxes? We provide a simple solution to get it done. We follow up with you. Check out what our customers say. Here's the phone number to call. Set up an appointment by clicking this link. Boom, right? I'm in. I'm going in because I feel that pain. And especially if you pointed to the fact that you solve it better than somebody else and you have customer reviews, I am in. If you don't have those customer reviews, then go after your early adopters so that you can get those folks that will only join once they see that there's something. So go after the early adopters and say, "Hey, we want you to be first to take on this great new service. We want you to be the first one. We want you to be on the cutting edge." Appeal to those folks. It's a harder piece, but you can target folks that are early adopters in your network. You can find out who those people are. You can be referred to those kind of people that are more willing to take a chance and a risk. Go after those folks, and that's how you'll build out your social proof so that you can point to it later. I hope this was helpful. Please Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, go over to YouTube. Very easy to find. Just search BizDev Live on YouTube or Cameron Toth, and a bunch of my videos will pop up. I'm on every day at 11 a.m. 200th episode coming tomorrow. This is episode 199, 200th episode tomorrow. Very excited for the interviews to come. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're hitting some comments. We want to hear from you. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.
BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. BizD with C, brought to you by Cameron T. BizD with C, brought to you by Cameron T. This is business development, not even selling it. This is intelligent. If you watch it, I promise you benefit. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. Leadership and motivation, empathy and inspiration. BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. BizDev Live, weekdays at 11 Eastern Time. BizD with C, brought to you by Cameron T. BizD with C, brought to you by Cameron T.